half a second. Light whatever you brought with you. Cigars, smokes, joints, coffee, whiskey. I don't judge. You didn't come here for fairy tales. You came for truth, steel, and motor oil. This ain't clickbait. This ain't influencer nonsense. This is real biker news told by a man who's lived it, seen it, and survived it. From the streets to the clubhouse, from the old guard to the new blood. Welcome to Biker News Canada. And the man behind the curtain, the voice they don't want quiet, the pen that wrote playpen, the mind that never shut off, Bob Jarvie. So sit back. Let the truth hit harder than a straight pipe at midnight. And remember, once you hear it here, you can't unhear it. Now here is Bob.
YouTube, there we go. We're live on YouTube. How's everyone out there in YouTube and Facebook land? So we're live YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok tonight. Quick shameless plug. Get the book, One Night at the Playpen. Contact me for a signed copy, and I'll send it right to your door. $30 for a signed copy or $30 on Amazon. Put One Night at the Playpen right in the Amazon search bar, and the book will pop up. And if you want a little extra, for another $10, I'll throw in this nice, cool little embroidered patch. So it'll be $30 for the book and $10 for the patch, $40 for the combo, or only the one, you decide. Okay, that's the end of my shameless plugs, I think. Why not? Like I say, wait till I get the website and shit done. I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to raffle some motorcycles, etc., etc. So it'll be cool. And what do we want to talk about today? Where's all my normal viewers? They're not here yet. So we got a little bit of news to talk about. There we go. There we go. I guess we're going to start off with I know it's not a biker story, but it's an interesting story. It involves a Canadian dude, so we've all been following it, I'm sure. Talking about the Ryan wedding story. That press conference with Kash Patel. What a fucking weirdo Kash Patel is, man. That's all I got to say about that guy. He's trying to say he moved as many things around the world as Pablo or Shorty. Come on now. Let's not be crazy. I'm sure he made his money, judging from the toys that they stole off him. He made his money. No doubt about that. So we're going to look at the story here on... are we? Because now it wants me to buy a membership. Fuck off. There we go. On the Toronto Star. We're going to look at the Toronto Star story. Ryan wedding arrest. FBI releases footage of fugitive being escorted off plane in the U.S. after they arrested him in Mexico. The story I'm hearing is, well, let's read it. Fugitive and former Canadian Olympian Ryan Wedding has been arrested in Mexico. And they brought him over to the U.S. Friday afternoon. He'll have a bail hearing on Monday. Howdy, guys. Howdy, guys. Good to see you out there. Hey, I appreciate that. SYL, salute your local SH, Randy. Good to see you, Randy. So I heard on another channel that he turned himself in. So the hulking 6'4" Canadian is expressionless as he exits the plane in handcuffs, towering over the FBI agents around him. Wedding is seen wearing jeans, sneakers, black vest, and LA theme cap. Yeah, and he's got a beard. Okay, great. There are conflicting reports on how exactly Ryan Wedding was arrested. According to FBI Director Kash Patel, Wedding was arrested in a high-stakes operation involving the agency's hostage rescue team. However, Omar Garcia, Mexican Secretary of Security and Civilian Protection, earlier posted on X that a Canadian citizen had turned himself in at the U.S. Embassy, apparently referencing weddings. So I would tend to believe that he turned himself in. Kash Patel, he can tell a lot of things, but I don't think he can tell the truth if it hit him over the head. So the post was in Spanish, but translated, it said, the FBI director departed today for the United States, taking with him 2 priority targets, a non-U.S. person who was detained by Mexican authorities among the FBI's 10 most wanted, and a Canadian citizen who voluntarily surrendered yesterday at the United States Embassy. Respect and shared responsibility will continue to be the guiding principle of this collaboration. So he turned himself in. Let's just say it for what it is. He turned himself in. Let me get to the chat here real quick on the YouTube chat. So we got the which one? Quebec, which one? Is that how you say that one? No, which one? Okay, we got I comment to make you angry. Good to see you guys. And Randy's in the house, and Newfoundland's in the house. Good to see you, brother. See what I brought for myself. Get me through the winter till riding season. Nice, bro. Nice. El Cano. Hey, man, this guy, for being a Canadian, he did a lot of cool stuff. I bet you down there. But 32cc gasoline RC truck with 1/5 scale. Hey, man, that'd be cool, bro. That sounds like fun, bro. It really does. And what do we got down here in the TikTok chat? We got Schnickrexo, Mona, Ricello. There's a bunch of crazy names in there. The Royal Larry, Vipe One, Diane So Nice. Whoa. Reginald. Nice to see all you guys out there in the TikTok side of the world. B-Face. Great to see you guys. Make sure you hit the like down there. So that's it for Ryan Wedding, I guess. He's going to go for a bail hearing on Monday. We got a pretty good idea what's going to happen there. So I don't know what this FBI director, Kash Patel, he said this hostage rescue team was involved in taking Ryan Wedding into custody. A zero margin, high risk operation. Our FBI HRT teams executed with precision, discipline, and total professionalism. Oh my fucking God. Well, whatever. I guess he wants to get his moment of fame. He can't do fucking nothing without trying to get a moment of fame. What a weird cat this guy is, man. He's a weird cat. Okay, now, there's another crazy American story that was going on. I figure we'll talk about that one too. It seems like there's one group down south of the border that's just, they're fighting with everybody, man. They're going for it. It's hard to say whether to get mad at them for bringing all the heat or to respect them because they're not fucking afraid of nobody. So it's I'm kind of split on these guys. You know what I'm saying? We got Mark's in the house. Good to see you, brother. Mouth of the South's in the house. Good to see you. Should have called your book The Park and sort of the playpen. Yeah, man. Yeah, he's fucked Mouth of the South. He ain't coming out for a while. The wedding's off. Good one, man. Yeah, he's not coming out for a while. Yeah, those aren't biker boots, are they? Well, no, I won't even say it. Okay, so there's a biker G-word brawl in a place called Lindenhurst that has led to the indictments of 5 members. So I was at a gas station too with this one club. I bet you this club's going to roll into gas stations, and the people that work there are going to start. They're going to have 911 already pressed on their phone, waiting for them until they get out of there. Because I think the last 2-3 stories I've read about these guys, some shit has gone down at a gas station somewhere in the States, man. Violent confrontation between members of rival motorcycle clubs in Lindenhurst last September has resulted in gang assault indictments for 5 men. The clash, which spilled on the Sunrise Highway in broad daylight, involved alleged members of the Pagans Motorcycle Club on one side and the Demons of Hell, bracket an HA support group, along with a Hells Angels member on the other. Multiple people were injured in the September 14 Rumble, including a 76-year-old man who suffered a brain bleed. What are they doing whacking on this 76-year-old guy for? Holy moly. The violence erupted just before 3:30 p.m. when members of the Demons of Hell and a Hell's Angel member allegedly interrupted a memorial service for a Pagans member at a Lindenhurst bar. The confrontation quickly escalated with at least 15 individuals converging at a nearby Route 66 gas station off Sunrise Highway. This was a brazen and dangerous outbreak of violence that put our community at risk, the cop said. What began as a confrontation between rival motorcycle G-words quickly escalated into a chaotic melee in the middle of Sunrise Highway involving weapons and resulted in numerous serious injuries. Prosecutors said the altercation involved knives, hammers, baseball bats, and other weapons. These guys ain't very nice. We got a guy named Rogers, 53, a guy named Christopher, who's 21, both of New Hampshire. Both alleged Demons of Hell members were accused of poking and beating a Pagans member with a hammer. The victim required emergency surgery for stab wounds. Roger is also accused of stabbing another pagan who was trying to flee, inflicting lacerations to the victim's liver and colon that necessitated emergency surgery. Holy, he was going for it. 3 alleged Pagans members, Joe somebody of Center Reach, Michael somebody of, hang on, bro, I'm doing a show. Michael somebody of Farmingville and Robert somebody of West Babylon are all accused. Is this thing still on? Yep. Of beating a 76-year-old alleged Hells Angel member with baseball bats and other weapons. The elderly man suffered a brain bleed that required multiple emergency surgeries and ongoing medical treatment. The 5 defendants were arraigned this week in Suffolk County Criminal Court in Riverhead, each on a bevy of charges. A bevy that included first-degree gang assault. The top charge carries a sentence up to 25 years. And there's some nice fruity boots if you're in the mood. Those ones are, I think Nomadic Pirate said he liked them. Who was it? Or Gyro Lamb liked them. Oh, Mothers of the South liked them. There you go, bro. That's crazy, eh? They're beating on a 70-some-year-old man with baseball bats. Yeah, he might have had the patch on and all that, but you know, I would doubt that he got in there into the melee with his hands up. At least I would hope he didn't. Well, I guess they're going to hold him in a U.S. jail, but they're saying a lot of the shit that he brought came to Canada. So it could be a half and half deal. It very much could be. I've even seen him do a half and half deal from Quebec to Ontario. Half and half, but it's hurting the clubs in a bad way to make the right choice. It is. It is hurting clubs. Hey, Scrap Iron, thanks for joining me tonight, brother. When will they learn the cameras and rats? Well, every time they fight at a fucking gas station. So everything they did is on fucking camera. Like, it's every time. It's insane. Gyro Lamb's in the house. Good to see you, bro. 9-1 already pressed. I bet you, man. That's how they're going to be rolling in these gas stations. Lenahurst and PA is so ballsy for the Angels. Well, I think it said the one club was from New Hampshire, so I'm not 100% where it is. Hey, Scrap Iron, Scrap, are you ready for the ice snowstorm coming our way? It's coming down, is it? Bob, y'all can have the cold back. Fucking right, it's bad out there, eh? Woo, buddy. I don't even want to go out. I'm as ready as I can. I got the wood stacked. Good, man. Nice to have a wood stove for backup, bro. We got Grant Harrison in the house. Good to see you tonight, Grant. Yeah, fucking right. It's nice to have a wood stove. Dirty Dog Apparel. Hey, how are you, brother? Good to see you. So Dirty Dog Apparel, like I was telling you guys, that is our apparel people. So go check them out. If you got events coming up and all that good stuff, go check them out. They'll even work as a drop ship place for you if you're so inclined. And they'll take care of you, whatever you need. And you find them easiest on Facebook. They got their own Facebook page. As soon as I find it, No, I gotta go over to Facebook. What am I doing here? I'm fucking it all up. Hang on a second. Anyways, go find them. They're easy to find. They're on Facebook, and they'll take care of all your stuff for events. If you're doing runs of sport gear, all that stuff, and it's not just clothing. So like you say, go check him out and see what he's got, and tell Bob sent you. Good evening, Mike. Good to see you tonight, brother. Always a pleasure, my man. Very cool. Disgusting. It's unreal what's going on at gas stations. I know it's very strange that they run and roll it at gas stations. We got Jimmy Mack in the house too. Good to see you tonight, brother. Always a pleasure. Let me see if I can get this over here. Do. Give him a proper plug here for my merch guy. Dirty Dog Embroidery. There it is. Let me show it on the page. Unfortunately, TikTok can't see it anyhow. But there they are. Dirty Dog Embroidery. Coming at you from the East Coast. And like I say, they will act like drop ship places for you. So that's what you look for on Facebook to get a hold of them cats. All right, now, no, Grow. Good to see you tonight, brother. Always a pleasure, my friend. Fucking awesome. Good to see all you guys in there. And a little bit on the TikTok side. Daddy Snap, good to see you. Fido, good to see you. And 210, Cal Chaos, good to see you. Marty's in the house. Awesome, guys. Thank you. Now, the last thing I was going to get into was a couple of January events. So let's see what's going on. There's not a whole bunch of stuff going on in January. The original riders are doing an open house January 23rd at 8 p.m. Message a member for the address. So if your friends or support the original riders, go check them guys out. January 23rd. And the Hillbilly Cruisers. They're having people over January 17th, which is, I think, tomorrow night? Let's go check them guys out at their clubhouse. And if you know a member or you support the Hillbilly Cruisers, you will know where to find them. So that's all. That's it I got for January, unfortunately. And then we got a big shout out here. What the hell did I do? There we go. Got the flat track and all that. So he's thanking to the Welland County Motorcycle Club from Friends of Avery in 2025. Welland County Motorcycle Club gave the Friends of Avery one of We're on to the Welland County Motorcycle Club, right? Good for them. Good people over there. And that was good of them to give a 50-50 to one of the race nights. Okay, back in the chat over here on YouTube. Heard Ontario's going to be minus 40. Yeah, it's already minus 20 in my car. I just was out driving around. That's kind of bullshit, bro. We got Bruce in the house. Good to see you tonight, Bruce. Always a pleasure, my friend. Yeah, it is cold. It should be illegal. Fucking right, man. It's bullshit. Who ever heard of that? Remember last time we got Lulu's in the house. Good to see you tonight. It's been a minute. I'm glad to see you again. And I was working one fucking time. Yeah, bird is a very good one, though, bro. You got the answer, bro. Fucking hilarious. One time I was doing construction, minus 30. I was insulating houses. So when you're done putting in the batts insulation between the studs, you put the poly down. you hammer it to the fucking thing. Anyways, the bottom was too long, and I was cutting it with a big old yellow knife. They're called offload knives or some shit like that. And it was so cold out, I ran across my fingernails as I was holding down the poly on the floor and didn't even fucking feel it. But man, oh man, when I got home and got in the shower, boom, cut fingernails are not no fucking pleasure zone, are they? Cazetta, founder of RM, did 10 years in the U.S. prison, got transferred 2 years up to Quebec. That's interesting, eh? I remember when I was around, it was a cat named Fred Fauché, I think was the dude. So I thought that was all right, man. But then he got picked up. He got 8 years, and that was it, right? He was a good cat, though. I liked him a lot. A few times I did get to meet him because, you know, we're not all the time pressing hands with all the other people. But anyways, so that's it. We ain't got a whole bunch of shit going on today. Like you say, the Ryan wedding thing wasn't biker news, but it's a Canadian guy, and everyone finds it kind of, I find it fascinating, right? You know what I mean? You always wonder how far into those organizations a gringo can get, right? Because he came all the way down from Canada. And then they talk like he was, you know, I don't think you can get high up in one of these cartels. I think that's the thing that people don't understand is cartels is a bunch of little groups that work together because it's easier to work together than to beef each other. And then their shit gets taken to wherever they want it to get to, and they get paid, and life goes on, right? But I don't think it's like a hierarchy set up like people picture, you know, the Italian mafia or something to be like. I don't think it works the same around there. We got Mountain Woman in the house. Good to see you tonight. Always a pleasure, man. Time served is lost time. You're fucking right it is, Mark. But sometimes it's the same as doing your sentence before you get sentenced. So if you end up beating the charge, then yeah, it's total lost time. I made the government give me some money last time they did that to me. So they kept us for 13 months. And then they stayed the charges. That's the last time I was up on anything big. And then we took them to court, and they gave us some money. Not much money for years of your life, but they gave us something, which is always always nice. And we got Joker Smokers in the house. Good to see you tonight, my brother. Yeah, so, but anyways, it sounded like that Ryan wedding guy. He had friends in the right places in Mexico. And I'm assuming, you know, usually if you're walking in to turn yourself in, you've contacted a lawyer. They've already contacted I guess in the States it's called the district attorney. It's not the crown attorney. And they've got something kind of in place. You know what I mean? Butter tarts, fucking A. I'm moving in with you, Mountain Woman. I was in the Woodstock Clubhouse back in the early 2000s. Yeah, man. I like them guys. Woodstock was, you know, because my sponsor for the club was the guy that got the Woodstock chapter opened up and rolling, right? So I spent enough time in the Woodstock one as well as the London one where I was from. Yeah, very good times, bro. I still stay in touch with a couple of guys from the Woodstock chapter. You know, they're no longer in the club anymore. But it's nice to see them on Facebook and see what they're up to. A couple of the guys that I thought were good people. And so that was cool. They had like 3 or 4 guys named Dean in that chapter. Unfortunately, one took himself out of the story, and then there's still 2 around. And one of them I see's out there driving truck for a living. Good for him. And doing his thing, right? Yeah, there has to be a life after the club. That's one thing people got to realize is after the club, you still got to have a life. You still got to earn your money, pay your bills, do your shit. So, you know, the club can be your life, but it's not always going to be your whole life, you know? So treat him good, Mountain Woman. Yeah, that's right. He seems like a cool guy. I like it when he comes in the comments. Ryan climbed because he's Canadian. Everyone likes Canadians. And it could be down to that, bro. And probably a good businessman. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he is a true 1%er, 100%, bro. There's no 2 ways around that. He's true meaning of the word I couldn't have asked for a better guy to show me, how to do the same. It sounds like the boys are back from the bush and the Jeep's crazy where those fucking things go. Really, eh? Nice. You know, a lot of the guys I knew in Northern Ontario, they got those old beat up Jeeps and they stripped them all down and they did that rock climbing and shit with them. They loved it. Or else they'd go smash through the mud or whatever, right? A mixture of mud and rocks. But yeah, they got the use out of those old, the little Jeeps that they used to have with the stick shifts. But that's about all I got for everyone tonight. It's a good chat. You guys are in there doing it, man. I dig it. I got to ride on the back of his bike leaving a skinhead party. Dean Green. Nice, man. A fucking skinhead party. I wonder where the hell you guys were. That's funny, man. he's a good him and I had so much fucking fun hanging out together, man. We honestly did. We had a good fucking time running around London, hanging around with all these different girls. It was a good old time. Why would Outlaws patch over to RM in Ontario? Yeah, that was fucking that was some guys from the Toronto chapter. And I don't know if they got the heads up already how the peace talks were going in Quebec, that RM was going to become 81 or a lot of, and they wanted on that train because that's where they ended up. So that's what I think was in play there. There was a whole bunch of stuff happening. They were kind of behind the scenes, right? There's enough of it that they knew enough to keep it out of my ears, I guess, right? So some things I knew after the fact, unfortunately. Yeah, bro, you can contact me on Messenger anytime. That'd be cool. And Papa Penguin, good to see you tonight, bro. Bad leadership. Yeah, it was a bit of that, bro. It was one chapter wanted to split into two chapters, and when they got told no, the guys that wanted to go off and have their own chapter, so well then F it, we're just gonna quit being an outlaw, and they did. And then actually, it's like, well, we're gonna start being RM, and they did. And it's like, you motherfuckers, you know what I mean? There was some bad blood about it, but and then it turned out the way it did, and them guys are now 30-year members of 81, so they had their sense of where they wanted to be, and that's where they got to. It's just, it sucks when somebody's using your club for a stepping stone. It just always rubs me the wrong way, right? Good evening, folks. Yeah, you are nomadic. Good to see you tonight, brother. I'm not allowed to give my opinions. Yeah, I hear you. And that's why even stuff that happened all them years ago, I gotta fucking think about how I word it. You know what I mean? Because I don't want a bunch of people coming at me saying you're giving up too much and shit like that. Now, the saving grace on this stuff is it's 26, 27 years ago, and what's happened has happened. And, obviously I ain't dropping no names in the fucking show because that ain't gonna go. Yes, exactly, Love the South. Yes. Never understood why anyone would want to force brotherhood on people who don't want it. Don't want to be around. There's the door. Exactly. So, and there's a bunch of things. People, you have a GM and the guy gets selected to be whatever, and then all of a sudden, a month or two later, somebody doesn't like that and they want to change it. It's only like fucking 6 or 8 guys. And what happened to the rest of the people that voice their opinion? So you know what I mean? If you're running the club on a democratic process, then it has to be a democratic process. And the way the vote goes is the way it goes. Generally, it used to be, a guy would get nominated by a lot of dudes, and nobody else would say want to stand against him because obviously he's already, but then it became contentious, and different people wanted that top spot for different reasons, and they had different visions, and that's what makes it hard, Mark. Yes, it is expensive, man. Woman, fucking right, it's expensive. I don't know if you covered it, but I imagine you heard poor Ryan Wedding. Yeah, bro, I just did a little chat about Ryan. Yeah, Yep, we talked about him. Hey, MacGyver, good to see you, brother. Been a minute. You guys getting the cold down there in PA? It's fucking chilly out. It's chilly out up here. I thought it was going to be in Western Canada, not in Ontario already. That's fucking crazy talk. But yeah, so anyways, that's about what I had for you guys tonight. I don't know. I don't think I'll be doing a show tomorrow. Might come back Sunday night and see what's going on out there with everybody. And he turned himself in. Yeah, I know. Hey, isn't that so funny? Cash Patel. He was up there trying to make it sound so fucking dramatic, wasn't he? Give it a break. Yeah, you got it too, MacGyver. I thought so, bro. Fucking right. Hot tamale. I hope so, Mark. That's all we can hope for, my brother. All right. Well, thanks, Grant. I appreciate that, bro. When we're always, I know, he had $40 million in motorcycles I got in that one show. I know who the fuck makes up these numbers, but I did see some fine-looking Ducatis in there. Minus 38 with the wind chill in Saskatchewan. Wow, stay warm, Lulu. I don't know if I got to go out again tonight. I fucking hope not. He put out his own statement. That's cool. Good. That'll come around then. I didn't see it when I Googled him. He turned himself movie killing. Could be, eh? Could be. Patel's a goof. Fucking right he is. He's such a weird cat, man. He's such a weird cat. Like, fuck, he's got that short guy syndrome or something. But like I say, usually if you're turning yourself in, you've got something organized with some sort of lawyer, right? You don't just turn yourself in and roll the fucking dice. Why would you? That's what I say. Why would you? They call him a kingpin. Yeah, you guys are loons. But they're going to do what they're going to do. I worked in the Kinderley, Saskatchewan. You know, trucks run for the month of January and February. Yeah, I bet you. You see that diesel fuel turned into jelly almost. It's fucked up. Oh, it's on your shorts already, Nomadic? I'll go check it out. Yeah. That is fucking cold, eh? You imagine? You fucking imagine? It doesn't even make sense. All right, Bruce, you have a great night. Stay warm, brother. Yeah, exactly, eh? Poor fuckers out there living rough right now. This is as rough as you're going to make it. Let's hope that they will open up some fucking places for them to get out of it for the night or for the week, man. It's supposed to be like this for a week. Last time we had that polar vortex, I think it stuck around 2 fucking weeks. That's bullshit. But anyways, I got to let you guys go. I got some phone calls to make and shit like that. I'm sorry it was a short show tonight, guys. But I want to get out there and say hi to everybody anyways. And keep the content coming out to you. So until tomorrow, maybe not. If I do, I'll give you a warning. Sunday, I'll try to make a show. All right. Stay warm, everybody. Please do. And stay safe out there. Much love. You guys know I couldn't do it without you. And we'll see y'all soon. Good night.
Biker News Canada, where the truth hits harder than the highway wind. From Ontario to the coast, Bob Javi rolls in. Let the real news begin. He's got the camera ready, catching sparks from every ride. Club stories, charity runs, every heartbeat of the biker tribe. So smash that like, share, follow, let the whole country